Welcome friends to another video. It's time for me to review another fragrance from the Collector series from Alexandre.J, and this is Morning Muscs. I really don't get this naming scheme from Alexandre.J. It's very weird to pronounce it like this and even to write it like this, but it is what it is. So let's talk about the presentation. This is how the box looks this time around in brown, the same type of presentation from this artist called Alexandre.J, and this is the smaller box in which we have the full perfume bottle. This fragrance is marketed as a unisex fragrance. Be very, very careful, because this was my mistake. And I bought this fragrance mainly because it was marketed as a unisex fragrance. But unfortunately, this is a feminine type of fragrance. Don't be fooled by the composition, because there are a lot of, let's say, manly elements inside. But in reality, this is made for women. Quite an interesting fragrance. It's very powerful. It has really great performance, both in terms of longevity and projection, or sillage if you want. But the first time that I sniffed this fragrance, I went with my mind to a fragrance from the house of Armani, and that is Acqua di Gioia. I also immediately thought about another fragrance from the house of Lalique called Amethyst Clad. Both of them are female fragrances that share some similarities with the scent from this one. But the difference is that this one is very powerful. It stays longer on the skin. As I said, I bought it initially for me, but unfortunately, after I tested it and wore it a couple of times, I finally decided that I could not wear something like this. It's too feminine. It's very, very feminine, actually. It's a huge infusion of rose coupled with musk. You also have some fruity notes like peach, grapefruit. You also get inside some mandarin and also some toffee. And speaking about the toffee note, to be honest with you, on my skin I have not smelled this note. Probably due to the chemistry of my skin, but for me, in the opening where the toffee note is present, I've never smelled it on my skin. I get a huge blast of peach combined with mandarin, assisted from behind by the grapefruit note, a very zesty grapefruit, very luminous, very bright. Afterwards, in the heart, a huge explosion between, or better said, from the combination of floral notes. We have damask rose, we also get violet, we also have patchouli, and again rose, and this creates a very, very powerful explosion of florals, accompanied from behind by the same present grapefruit note and from the musk. And it's a huge blast of musk also. But the main accord in this creation is, of course, the rose. After 1 hour, after applying the fragrance on my skin, comes in this huge explosion, and the projection and if you want, the amplitude of the fragrance becomes almost unbearable, at least for me as a guy. For a woman or for a lady, perhaps it's not the same thing, but for me as a guy, as a male, this is too much. The first hour it projects very strong, and you might be fooled, because the real trauma starts after 1 hour, when the roses emerge from the heart and they explode in your face. Every single time that I wore this fragrance on my skin, I had headaches induced by this huge rose explosion. It's a very joyful, it's a very playful, very luminous, very happy, I would say, very sunny rose, if you want, coupled with a huge blast of musk and also with a lot of violet from the other notes in the composition. It's very beautiful smelling. It smells really great. Don't get me wrong. The scent itself is absolutely amazing, but not for a man. For women, yes. I've seen a lot of people saying that this could be worn by a man. To be honest with you, if you are a man and you wear this fragrance, you are not a man. You are a lady. Let's get it straight. Because only women could wear something like this. This is not unisex. This is very feminine, extremely feminine. So beware of this, as I said it already in the beginning of this video. In terms of performance, on my skin, I endured this fragrance 12 hours. After 12 hours, I decided to wash my hand, to wash it off my skin, because I had it applied on my wrist, because it was unbearable for me. The rose infusion gave me some very strong headaches, very strong nausea, so I decided to remove it completely from the skin. I needed a couple of washes in order to get rid of the fragrance, so it's very sticky to the skin. And for me, that was the maximum that I could stand wearing this one, 12 hours. In terms of projection, the first 1 hour is strong, but after that first 1 hour comes that huge explosion, and the projection simply amplifies, becomes monstrous, I would say, for the next 4.5 hours. Afterwards, I got about 4 to 5 hours of moderate projection, and from then on I couldn't say anything because I removed the fragrance from the skin. So I would say, if you want, that this would stay on my skin easily for about 15 or 16 hours with very strong projection. So ladies, if you're looking for a fragrance that's very strong, it's very floral, it's very clean at the same time, because you have that violet note inside, which brings a lot of cleansiness, if you want, to the whole composition. You also have that white musk. If you want something very happy, very joyful, very, I don't know, sunny, as I said, then this is the fragrance that you're looking for. And also, it comes in package with extremely powerful longevity and projection. Also, the sillage is absolutely huge, just like every other fragrance from Alexandre.J. But if you are interested when and how to wear this fragrance, let me tell you that this could be worn all year round. It doesn't matter that it's spring, summer, fall or winter. It doesn't matter how many degrees are outside. If it's sunny, if it's rainy, this one simply works. It's very flexible. It's also very versatile. You can wear it casually, but you can also wear it to the office. You can wear it formally to, I don't know, important events in your life, business meetings, lunch meetings, and whatnot. Just be careful how much you apply on your skin. I recommend with this one just one spray. Let's say the exception to this rule would be in wintertime, in outdoors conditions, when it's very cold outside, extremely cold. Then I would encourage you to apply 2 sprays, but not more. This is powerful stuff. So be careful when and how you apply it. Be careful to avoid the area around your nose, because it will induce you very strong headaches. And this comes from a guy who doesn't have a problem with monster or nuclear fragrances, because I love them. But even for me, this was too much, honestly. Very beautiful scent, very beautiful notes inside, very beautiful composition. The rose is the main actor in this one. Very good performance, longevity, projection, sillage. Gets a lot of compliments also. It's very flexible. It's not overly expensive. It doesn't smell synthetic or I don't know. I've seen a lot of people talking nonsense. I believe that they actually don't own the fragrance. It smells high quality. It smells very good. It's a very good fragrance. Therefore, I highly recommend it. But I'm going to repeat one more time. Be very, very, very careful how many sprays you go with this one. It's too strong. And it doesn't work on men, only on women. As a man, I want to smell something like this on a woman. I enjoy smelling something like this on a woman. But as a man, I wouldn't actually like to smell something like this on another man. I don't like it on me in the first place. So it is what it is. This pretty much does it for this video, guys. This is morning musks from Alexandre.J. We also have black musks, but we're going to talk about that one in a different video. As always, thank you for watching. See you in the next clip. Be safe, be good. Peace.